Glad to see you made it here. Congratulations. We have the most interesting perks packages that makes an excellent choice. 2, for instance, enables you to participate in our daily or live stream price prediction videos. The first is our Apprentice perk. This perk enables you to participate in predicting the market moves in a fun, social way. You'll use our custom market call emojis to describe your thoughts and achieve recognition while at it. You'll also receive access to our loyalty badges to let everyone know that you are a proud backer of HueFin News. And at HueFin News, your recognition goes a long way. You'll be recognized with every comment you leave on our videos and contributions on live streams with our loyalty badges. The second perk is our Artisan perk. This has the greatest value. The Artisan perk not only gives you complete access to perks from the Apprentice membership, but enables you to choose a price chart that you'd like for us to review during our The Lookout live stream sessions. In these sessions, you'll have ample opportunity to express your thoughts on the market moves, contribute, or ask questions. We're bringing these 2 amazing perks to enable our supporters to engage better with us. And we're the only channel on YouTube that does this. Don't hesitate to join the elite community. Snag out the Apprentice perk at just $1.99 a month, or the Artisan for only $4.99 a month. Why wait? Go trade differently.
And that's it. Why wait? We're here to make sure that we collaborate in the market to make sure that we are in position to predict, profit, and win. And let me break down these 2 perks packages we have right now. As at this particular moment, we have the Apprentice perk. You guys can already tell here on the Apprentice perk that we are offering loyalty badges. There's 3 badges that we offer to show everyone in our community that you are a backer of HueFin News, that you are a participant in calling the markets right alongside with us. And then also we wanted to have something to where we can understand and call the market. So we created these custom emojis right here at the bottom of the screen. And if you pick the Artisan perk, then you'll go ahead and have access to these custom emojis to where you can learn how to call the markets with us. Okay, so whatever video we do on this particular channel, you can use these perks to make sure that you can call the market to where you expect the price to go. And also, this is the Artisan perk right here, the Lookout live stream that we're doing right now on this particular channel. In order to collaborate with us on a couple of stock charts, cryptocurrency charts, whatever the chart may be, if it's available on TradingView, we'll go ahead and take a look at it together and we'll try to gauge as to where price is going to go. All right. So yeah, Cisco, I noticed then that the mic was muted on my end, so I went ahead and fixed that. So I just wanted to break down and show you all one of the perks and how you can actually collaborate with us on this live stream. All right, so first of all, let me go back. Since you guys didn't hear me originally, I just wanted to say welcome to each and every one of you. We have a lot of you all coming from and viewing our live stream content from Nova Scotia, the UK, Vancouver, Canada. I saw one chat, someone coming from California viewing this live. Definitely, I want to thank you all for taking out the opportunity to view our content. And now let's break down at the 4 charts that our Artisan members wanted us to pay attention to. Let's go ahead. And the first one that we're going to look at is Genius Brands. All right. This is a stock that is traded on the stock exchange based in the United States. So I'm not sure if any of our members outside the United States will be able to actually trade this stock, but it doesn't matter because we can still learn from it. All right. And already you guys can see I went ahead and placed what the trend looks like in Genius Brands. So now the question is, where do you think the market is Genius Brand is headed? I mean, we've already seen that the market in Genius Brand is giving us strength. That's one of the first things that we need to pay attention to into the market in Genius Brands is that the market is in a uptrend. All right. One thing I really want everyone to realize is that, take a look. The market does not lie. Okay. The market continues to show us the truth. And every price bar, every volume bar you see, you need to realize that that is the truth. Okay. And it means something. When you have hundreds and thousands of individuals placing their ideas as to where a price is going to go, that's it. And you can actually gauge pretty accurately where the market is going to go. So for Genius Brands, we all can already tell that the basis of the market sentiment, how everyone feels in Genius Brands right now is pretty bullish, right? So El Producto writes, I'm in that, okay, in Canada, 200 shares at 119. So you could trade this particular stock over there in Canada as well. So that's good to know. So real quick, we're in the uptrend. Now, the question that we need to figure out is, how high do you think this particular market in Genius Brand is going to go right before we see weakness? So if you're in the comments right now, tell me, where do you all expect the market in Genius Brands to go right before you see weakness? I mean, it has already been shown to us on this price chart. It has already been established as to where the sellers are at in the market for Genius Brands. So I want you all to tell me real quick where you think the selling is going to occur into the market for Genius Brands. And while you all do that, I'm seeing that we got only 17 likes. We got 32 people right now looking at this live stream. If you guys haven't hit that like button yet, go ahead and tap that like. Let everyone know that we're going live, that we're calling the market so that we can always win and be ahead of everyone else. So tap that like button for me if you all do not mind. So El Producto writes $4 is where he is seeing the market restriction. That is true. That's the first area. So let's go ahead and draw that. I want to visually show you all what that $4 area is. Okay. So you can see it. We've already established that all the way back in 2020. Cisco has that the restriction area is around 310, which is right here. Okay. So Mutant thinks that Genius Brands are going to go lower. King David has around $3 for Genius Brands restriction. Cisco rewrote $3.67. Everyone, you all are all right. Those are all restriction areas in the market of Genius Brands. Now we have to be more in line with where the current price is. Okay, so El Producto, you're right. $4 is where the market restriction is. But we're not there yet. The market is only trading at $2.54, right? And there's another closer area of restriction, which King David wrote, which is around $3, and Cisco wrote, okay, which is around $3.29. So this is the main area of focus that we really need to pay attention to, is $3. That is the first hurdle that the trap will have to break in order for us to really see the market go to $4. Now, we've already established that the trend is higher in price. So there's no doubt that we can realize that the trap is going to try to bring the market at least to $3. And that is where we saw the last restriction point though. Okay, right here around $3. So we're not going to be surprised this next go around. We are already anticipating that the market is going to find more sellers around $3. Now, how do we know? Because it was already created here during January 27, 2021, and then once again in March 24, 2021. Twice the market has got rejected at that particular price. So we have that. We can realize that that area is restriction. So it's in around $3. All right. So we got the vicinity as to where restriction is. So now the market is in an uptrend. We got the restriction area as to where we would expect to see more selling to bring down the price. We're in position. So now real quick, let's look at the market on the 3-day time frame, because this last completed 3-day price bar, which is right here, tells us that that restriction area is still intact. It hasn't broken it. The selling, the volume all confirms that there was still a massive buyer. I'm sorry, not a massive buyer, but a massive seller who came in and sold more of Genius Brands right there around $10. I'm sorry, $3 or $3.10. Right? You can see that. This is what the volume is telling us, and it does not lie, because the market closed off of the highs on this 3-day price bar right here. And then following on this current 3-day price bar, we're still seeing the price go lower. So that is precisely what the market is instilling to us, that there is still selling going on right now in Genius Brands. But that doesn't mean that the market is still not in an uptrend, right? It just has to go through more selling right before it'll go back up higher in price. Okay, so let's take this over and look again on the weekly time frame in Genius Brands. So this is the weekly time frame, and these volume bars is telling us that every time the market in Genius Brands came up to $3, we saw the market trade sideways or even go lower in price, right? Twice. And it was at the same time that the market was trading at $3. See, it doesn't lie. It actually tells us what's going to happen into the market. So as of this particular moment, today, March 27, 2021, am I looking for the market in Genius Brands to go higher in price? No, I'm not. I still look for the market to come down just slightly. Okay, we need to see the market in Genius Brand come down slightly and get another indication that strength is still into the market to actually break that price above $3. Okay, so what these couple of price bars is showing us, the 3-day time frame, the daily and the weekly time frame, is telling us that the market is not ready to break higher in price, not yet. So let's do this real quick. I want you all to tell me, on the daily time frame, where do you think the market can go to the downside in order to see more support and more strength? Okay, where do you think that area of support is in Genius Brands? Okay, there's two areas, two prices that I'm seeing here all the way back in 2020 as to where the market in Genius Brand can go lower, and we'll still see the market in Genius Brands go higher in price in the long term. Okay, Cisco says he has $2 as the area to which the market can bring down support, and we'll still see the market go higher in price. 205. Okay, Cisco says 205. So he says around $2.05 is where that market can come all the way down, hold support, and we'll still see the market go higher in the long term. Anyone else? What you all got? Let me know, because I want to show you that price charts do not lie. Okay, so this is one area right here. This is the bigger area right here in Genius Brands, and it was all the way back on June 26, 2020. This is the massive support area right here. Okay, so Cisco, you're pretty close. I mean, there's no actual pinpoint number that we can actually gauge for support. 205, 210, around that vicinity is where the market in Genius Brands has to trade above. And right now you can see we're at $2.54. So yeah, this market in Genius Brands is still trying to go high in price. All right. So now, what do you all expect the market to do? Seeing how we have created our area of restriction, which is around $3, and we got our ascending line in play. Now, just in case the market breaks this ascending line, which is why I wanted to show you that the market in Genius Brands can still go higher so long as it keeps price above here. All right. The market is still anticipated to go high in price in Genius Brands so long as it trades above $2.20, $2.17. So yeah, I'm going to play the strength into the market in Genius Brands on this particular prediction. Now, initially, we might come back down to $2.15, but that'll be fine, especially if we see the market come in and show us more strength there. That would be the pristine area to jump back into the market in Genius Brands and ride the price higher. So let's do this. We're going to play the strength into the market in Genius Brands. Okay. Now, $2.50. We cannot see the market break below that. Cannot. If we do, then we realize that this market is pretty much going to trade in a channel. Okay. And let me show you what the channel looks like. This is the channel right here. Okay, real quick. If this market cannot keep its strength and this trend going higher in price, this is the channel right here. So what we'll be expecting is for the market and Genius Brands to trade, try to bounce here around $2, $2.15. If it breaks, it's going to come down to $1.50. And it's just going to bounce in between these lines until it's ready to break out. That's the second outcome of where we can expect the market to do. All right. So let's go ahead and get rid of that, because currently we're going to play the strength though. We're not going to play the weakness or trading sideways as of this particular moment, because the market is still showing us that there's still some strength and momentum here that you would be expecting us to give us some progressional movement high in price. Now we got $3. Okay, we have already seen the market come and touch that particular number, so it's doable. You know, it's feasible, and that's about 20% movement to the upside from where the market closed on Friday, which is pretty good. That's very good profit taken out from the trap and given right back to us. This is how you're able to get in position in the ocean right before the wave starts. We're sitting waiting for the trap to bring the price up to $3. So this is it. This is what we're going to expect into the market for Genius Brands. We're going to continue to expect the market to go higher in price. We have around $2.15 as the ultimate area support in order to allow this to come to fruition, because this trend into the market and Genius Brand is going to get tested right here next week. And if we break that to the sideways, then that's cool. I'm seeing 240. I'm seeing a whole lot of areas to where the market can hold support and we'll still see the market go higher in price. All right, so this is the first stock prediction that we are going to do on this particular video. So you all can see it. Are you all in agreement with this? Will you all expect the market in Genius Brands to go higher in price? Let me know in the comment section. This is what we're seeing based off the price bars and the volume. This is what we're going to expect in the market for Genius Brands. So let me know, would you guys cop this stock or will you drop it? Do you think the market is going to go higher? Do you think it's going to go lower? So let's run this over into our next chart that we're going to look at. The next one is going to be Wanchain, right? You guys can see right here that this is Wanchain, and pretty much like all the other cryptocurrencies in the space today, we're seeing the market go high in price, which is excellent. It gives us something visually to see that the market in Wanchain is going to go higher. That trend hasn't been broken yet. And how do we know? Well, take a look at this. Right, take a look at that. Cisco writes that he sees Genius Brands going high in price. Good job. So this is it. Wanchain. How do we know that this is the trend? Well, take a look at how many times the market in Wanchain came and held that support. Okay. It has bounced off of this trend 3 times. So even though we're seeing the market in Wanchain right now giving us weakness and we're seeing the price go lower, the market can still go high in price, especially if we come down to $1.10 to $1. Right, this is the area to where we can see the market drop, which many people may even think that that's a crash. I mean, I want you all to see the percentage difference from where the market is today right now. Take a look at this. Right, the market is trading at $1.24. For us to come and test this ascending line, it's about 18% drop. And many people would think that that's a massive sell indication, but in actuality, the long term, this is the pristine area to come into the market and purchase this currency, especially under the premise that the market's going to continue to go higher in price. Producto writes he feels it's kind of hard to say that he thinks Genius Brands is going to go higher in price. All right, cool. So real quick, looking at Wanchain, what do you all think the market is going to do here? All right, let's collaborate. Let's see. What do you think the market in Wanchain is going to do? Where are we headed? There's one number or price that I'm seeing that is holding back Wanchain from going higher in price. So tell me, first thing I want you all to ask or answer this question is, where do you think Wanchain is going? And then tell me, what price do you think is keeping Wanchain from going higher? And again, let's utilize the price bars and the volume to our benefit. So real quick, this is the area right here that is keeping Wanchain from breaking out. Okay, right there around $1.30. You can see it right here. That's been a couple of trading days to where the market in Wanchain has found restriction and it couldn't break above it. So all of our eyes needs to be focused on $1.30 in around that particular area, because it has been impacting the market in Wanchain from breaking out. So we're not too far, because the area of support into the market in Wanchain has been, which is pretty good, right here. So we have a tight area in the market in Wanchain, right, that we need to utilize in Wanchain. So Cisco writes down to $1.15, restrictions around $1.50. Okay. Anyone else? Take a look at the price chart. Even if you might not be interested in Wanchain, you can still learn. And what do you see? All right. Everyone is entitled to their opinion as to what they see on the chart to make sure we're in the right position. Okay. Because even right now in the market in Wanchain, what we're seeing is more indication that there is still weakness here at $1.30. Still here. And the market is still battling between trying to take it out the way, right? This is the 3-day time frame into the market in Wanchain. So these 3-day price bars right here, okay, right here, told us that the market in Wanchain was giving us weakness. These right here, those are all weakness that brought the price of Wanchain lower. Well, take a look at this current one. Okay, it is showing us that its market is still strong, still giving us strength right now, which is why I wanted to show you that the market is still battling between trying to take the weakness out the way so that the price can continue to go higher. That is the current process as to what is going on in Wanchain. Now, looking here at the daily time frame, the weekly time frame, Wanchain is still giving us some weakness. It's not out the way. So basically, the market is a wash. It hasn't been determined if the market is going to continue to go higher in price or will we continue to break down. Because from a 3-week time frame, weekly time frame, you guys can still see here how the market in Wanchain can go either direction. All right. So looking at this on the monthly time frame, look at that. 2 consecutive months we've seen the market in Wanchain show us weakness, show us that there was selling going on. That cannot last too much longer to where the market's going to go high in price and we eventually not and go down in price. Okay. So right now, the market in Wanchain is trying to go higher. It's trying to do that. No doubt. The market in Wanchain is trying to go higher in price. No doubts about it. Now, the only issue is how strong is it? And how long will it take before the market actually breaks that restriction area of about $1.32? How long? Let's take a look at the market on the 11-hour time frame. So yeah, I'm still seeing the strength here into the market in Wanchain. I'm not necessarily seeing the weakness yet, based off of how we've already seen an established support right there around $1.10. So at least I would be expecting the market in Wanchain to try to come up towards, that $1.30, $1.32 area, right? Which is around 5% profitability. And that's about it. From that standpoint, the market in Wanchain can continue to go lower in price. And like Cisco wrote, back down to $1.15 to $1.10 again. So it's all about your time frame of when you're going to be in the market. Okay. If you're going to be in the market in the next, 11 hours to 2 days to 3 days, then yeah, the prospect of Wanchain going higher is there. But anything outside of 3 days, then the greater likelihood of the market dropping is there. Okay. So let's go ahead and play the weakness into the market in Wanchain. Okay, since we're going to play this one in a long-term time frame. So like Cisco wrote, the restriction area in the market in Wanchain for the long term is like around $1.45, $1.50. Okay, so we're going to hold that area ultimately as restriction into the market in Wanchain. So let's go ahead and play the weakness here. Now, we got our restriction area right here in Wanchain around $1.43. Okay. And ultimately, the market strength can still come into the market in Wanchain around $1.20. I mean, we will have to come into the market and skim off some profitability there, which is around 4.5% profitability. Like, we have to be cognizant that this trap can still hold market price here at $1.20, and then the price will go higher. So we'll have to come in, grab that profit, and walk out the store right before the market goes higher in price. No lower though than $1.10. Okay. So that's it. This is how we're going to play the market in Wanchain. We're going to expect the market to go lower in price. Now, initially, I'm telling you already that the market can go higher, right? That is the current trajectory of where the market is going. $1.30 is the nearest area of restriction. So the sooner we find restriction into the market in Wanchain, the sooner that will drop in price. But if we see a breakout and the market goes up to $1.40, then that's the next area that we will be expecting the market to drop again, or at least to see more sellers. More people who are willing to sell their WAN tokens into the market. All right. So this is it. This is our Wanchain price prediction. Here, we're going to expect the market to go lower. We got a little small area of TP around $1.20. That would be the first area to where we'll exit out the store with our bag, with the profit. All right. So let's do this real quick. That is that one. The next one I want to get your all opinion on is on Reef. Reef is a cryptocurrency as well. We're going to go ahead and take a look at this one. And we did a price prediction for this currency back here on March the 13th. We did one, right? So it is on our video, on our Lookout live stream session. You guys can check it out there. And we played the strength into the market. Now, the question is the market in Reef still strong? Do you think the market in Reef is going to continue to go higher in price? Because we already got prior history as to what the market did. Now the question is, where are we headed? King David writes, can you review Harmony 1? We could, but right now, if you were an artisan member, then we could have been looking at the chart for you. So again, like I told you in the beginning of the video, if you guys want to participate or see any other cryptocurrencies, you have to become an artisan member. It's one of the perks for those who are actually involved in our community, who are interested in seeing other charts. So unfortunately, we cannot King David. So Dr. Mar writes, Reef seems weak. That is definitely seen on the chart. I would agree with you too, Reef. Right now, what is the sentiment into the market? I mean, we got to be truthful. We got to be real, and we cannot lie to the chart. The chart does not lie to us. So like what Dr. Mar said, yeah, Reef does seem weak. So let's break down this price prediction that we did though on March the 13th, because you can see, first of all, we understood that there were restriction in the market right here on that horizontal line, right there around 5.5 cents. Right there was restriction. So 2 days going into our prediction, the market in Reef, March the 15th, hit that area as restriction, and we closed all the way down on the very bottom of the bar. That tells us a lot, right? It tells us a lot of information. And not only that, look at the volume. The volume came in to emphasize, right, that Reef is weak at 5.5 cents. But we saw that all the way back on the 13th of March. And I told you on that particular video that anywhere in the green would have to be TP. You would have to take profit anywhere in that green. And that actually came to fruition on the 15th, right before the market closed. So that was about, let me see. If anything, about 15% at the top, right? But you would have to have been watching the market in order to capitalize on that. Because like I said, throughout the trading day of March the 15th, the market was giving us a lot of volatility. All right, so that's over. So let's look at the market again. A couple of everyone in the chat is saying that Reef looks weak. And let's take a look. So if we were to bring down our trend slightly, right? You guys can see it right there. The market in Reef was holding the trend, you know, back in ending half of February. We had visual depiction that the trap was keeping price above the line. Well, we're not seeing that anymore, right? The market is breaking the trend. So you all are right. Whoever stated that Reef is giving us weakness or seems weak, you are on point. This is how you're able to call the market. The market in Reef is giving us weakness right now. Why? Well, the first reason is because this trend is no longer intact. The trend is broken. We have to be real with ourselves. You guys can see how the market in the Reef was keeping hold of the trend. And then on March the 24th is when the change happened. It's when the switch happened, right? So we got to be real with ourselves. Now, yes, Reef is weak. Okay, we all are on board with that. Now, the next thing we need to determine is, okay, where can we expect the market to go? Okay. El Producto Blockchain 2 Corp, is that on TradingView? Because if so, we could go ahead and take a quick look at it. So this is Reef right here. Okay. So we understand that the market is broken. The trend is broken. We had restriction around 5.5 cents, but the market is trading around 3.5. So we can bring this down lower. Okay. So now the trend is broken. Restriction now is around 4.5 cents. And supports, since we know that the market is no longer in a trend, is either around here, around 3 cents, or down here towards 2.5. Okay. So what are we actually getting into the market in Reef? Property rich? No, we're not going to talk about XRP. None of our artisan members wanted us to take a look at XRP. If you do, we do have videos in our playlist on our channel to which we are looking at XRP. So you go ahead and check out that video there though on our YouTube channel. All right, so now let's look at this on the 2-day time frame, and it pretty much looks like Wanchain, right? Look at the price action that we're seeing on the 2-day time frame. So what this tells us is that the market is not overly or extremely weak. There are still individuals here in the market in Reef that is trying to keep the market propped up. This is what we're seeing on the 2-day time frame. And even right here on the 3-day, we're still seeing that same type of idea. But we do realize that the market in Reef has broken that upward trend. So what we can expect would be for the market to touch this line right here. And it already did. This is how you're able to read the market. We need to see the trap break this trend to the upside before we even get any idea that the market is going to go high in price. That's it. That line is going to be real important because right now it is being rejected. So we are definitely leaning more towards on the market in Reef going low in price, right? Now we got a day and 7 hours left of the market to continue to work to try to break above that ascending line. But given the amount of volume that came in on these 2 3-day price bars, it's going to take a lot more volume than what we've been seeing the last 4 or 5 3-day price bars. Okay. Let's take a look at this real quick on the weekly time frame, and here the weakness is still present. So I'm like everyone else in the chat that the market in Reef is still hinting that it is weakness here, but not that weak, right? We got a day and 7 hours left on this 3-week price bar, and this is where the market weakness is really being exhibited. Okay, we can definitely see in a 3-week time span the market in Reef dropping lower in price. This is definitely hinting at that right now. Okay, so even here in Reef, we're going to play the weakness in the market, and just like what we did in Wanchain, initially, yes, the market can find us strength. We are under that premise that strength is still coming in. The market buyers are still involved, trying to keep the price in Reef higher. Okay, so even if we see the market in Reef come up to 0.042, that will be fine because the bigger restriction area is around 4.5 cents. So even if we do see the market go up there initially in this prediction, we'll be fine because we're expecting that to happen. But overall, we're still going to play the weakness into the market in Reef in the long term. Okay, maybe around 3 cents. Initially is where the market support is going to try to be tagged out at. This is the nearest area of support though, and the market is already bounced off that now, which is why I'm telling you that initially, yeah, the market in Reef can go high in price. But we're not playing this on the short term. We're playing this on a long term. I will say maybe, 5-day, 7-day, 3-week time frame. Okay, for this market in Reef to drop in price. Okay, so this is it. This is going to be our expectation as to what the market in Reef is trying to do. We're going to play the weakness here in Reef. Obviously, 3.5 cents is the first area of support. So in order for us to grab some of the profit, we will have to come in and take it there, which is around 6% profitability, which is fine. I mean, because this is how you're able to call the markets and read the market. Ultimately, down here to 3 cents though, which is about 19.5% profitability. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the last one that our artisan member want us to take a look at, and it is Tron. Tell me off the bat, where do you think the market in Tron is going to go? All right. You guys can see already right here, we did a price prediction into the market in Tron. So for us to see the strength coming to the market in Tron, pretty cool. We call that all the way back here on March the 19th. Was the last prediction we did in Tron. So now the question is, let me zoom out. I want to show you, where do you all think the market in Tron is going to go? Okay, this is where we're at in relation to the overall price history in the market in Tron. So where are we going to go? No problem, Property Rich. So let's take a look at Tron. Let me know, everyone, in the comments. Let's collaborate. Let's talk. Let's see, where is Tron going to go? We're trading right now around 6.5 cents. Do you think the market's going to go higher? Do you think it's going to go lower? Because you can see already back here in 2018, the market in Tron held this particular area as support. And then we broke that. What day was that? On around May the 29th, 2018, right? Which is pretty close from where we are at right now. Do you think the market's going to continue to trade here, or do you think we're going to break down? Do you think Tron is a cop? Do you come in and cop this particular cryptocurrency, or do we need to drop it and go on to another play? So while you all write those comments in the comment section, I'm going to go ahead and break this down, the overall prediction that we did in Tron. So we anticipated market go higher in price, and we did that the next day, literally. You know, the market in Tron broke out to the upside. So we had plenty of days to where we could have came and at least bagged out 10.5% in the market in Tron. If we were to get out right now, it's about 16.14% profitability. This is what we're trying to say in terms of getting in position to capitalize. All right, so that's over. That is done with. So real quick, let's look. El Producto Rice looks on the edge to break above 6.5 cents. Cisco Rice going to go down. Like I told you, this area has already been established. So what we need to do, okay, there's no right or wrong answers. We're all here to collaborate and learn how to read the chart, all without utilizing technical indicators, okay? So now let's zoom in on this particular area right here. This is the history as to what the market in Tron has done. Okay, so we can utilize this to our benefit. So now let's switch this over to a wider time frame. Okay, so yeah, you can tell that the market in Tron is trading around areas that are important in terms of holding support and or restriction. Okay, so we've seen it. We've been here before. This is nothing new from what the trap has already created. So Wanchain said that the market in Tron is going to go higher in price. So now let's bring this over back to where we're seeing the market at now. Okay. Now look at that. This looks totally different. All of the three cryptocurrencies that we've done so far, Wanchain, Reef, and now Tron, is showing us that the market still wants to go higher in price. So one of the biggest things that we really have been emphasizing on this live stream today is that, yes, initially these cryptocurrencies still wants to go higher in price, which means that we can see the market go higher, yeah, in the beginning, but how long do you think it can be maintained? That is what we need to try to determine, because not only entering the market is important, also exiting out the position is important as well. So if you're going to be in the market in Tron for, 5, 10, 15 years, then this particular prediction really doesn't matter, because obviously you would be expecting the market to be a lot more expensive than where it's trading at now. But if you're going to be in from, monthly, 3 months to 3 weeks, weekly, couple of days, then yeah, we need to pay attention to this. Okay. So yeah, the strength is still here into the market in Tron right now. It is still being exhibited. First thing already, like I wanted to show you all, is that the trend is still in play. Okay, that's the first thing. The market trend is still in play. The only issue is that where we're trading at, right? There's a pretty big fall that we can see occur into the market in Tron. We are so far overextended that we can see the market in Tron drop 20%, and we'll still be in an uptrend though. But many people would think a 20% drop in price would be, catastrophic, would be a crash, which is dependent on how you relate to that. But the trend is still intact, even if we do see the market in Tron drop 20%, right? So yes, we are overextended into the market in Tron, trading around 6.5 cents. So do you think that this is the perfect time to jump into the market in Tron, or should you wait? That is pretty much the question that we need to answer on this prediction. Should we wait? Let's look at the market real quick on the 5-day. Okay. So currently, we already endured weakness in the market in Tron. The trap has already established that right here. Because if the market truly was weak, then we would have closed towards low of the bar, but we were able to close at the high, which lets us know again that this market in Tron still has legs to go higher. Weekly time frame, same thing. We're currently seeing how there's not that much weakness coming into the market in Tron. Okay. I think I'm gonna bring the restriction area up towards 7 cents. So El Productor writes, wait, if not in all-time highs. Now you think the all-time high is coming in for Tron? This is the 3 weeks time frame. And in actuality, this market in Tron looks a lot stronger than Reef and Wanchain, right? There's more demand coming into the market in Tron than what we're seeing in Reef and Wanchain. So out of the 3 cryptocurrencies, this one looks the strongest. King David writes he will continue to hold Tron. El Producto says he will hold. I'm in the same camp as you all. The market in Tron is not really giving us that much weakness. I mean, for us to have a day and 7 hours left. Now, granted, this is the cryptocurrency space. We can see the market drop extremely low within the next 15 minutes. But how we look right now, I mean, these 2 3-week price bars right here, I want to circle it. Take a look at this volume. Like, the market hasn't reacted to it negatively. Yes, people were selling Tron at those prices. Let's not get it wrong. And for us to see the market up here around 6.5 cents right now lets us know that it had no effect in the strength in Tron. Like, the trap was willing to absorb all of that volume, and he is still able to push the price higher. So yes, this market in Tron is definitely the strongest out of the 3. And we will have to continue to show that. Okay. Which is why I wanted to show you all where restriction is. We cannot be fooled that even though we're seeing all of this momentum, all of this volume and energy continue to prop up the price in Tron, we still have to realize that right there around 7 cents is where the market restriction was at. Okay. So let's do this real quick. We're going to play the strength into the market in Tron still, right? Now, 7 cents would have to be restriction. Would be the point to where we'll have to come in and TP some of this market out, because we understand back in 2018 was the last time that number was utilized as support and restriction. Okay. Now, back on the 3-day time frame, this market area support is going to be back here towards 6 cents, in around 6 cents. Okay. So we need to hold that area as support. In order for Tron to continue to see higher price movement, we have to see this market at least keep price right there around 6 cents, maybe 5.5. As support. Okay. Now, we said that we would come in TP out the market, at least take some of the profit out the market in Tron, right there around 7 cents, just so we can bag in all the profit that we had as the market in Tron was going higher in price. But like what Roran said, the market can actually go higher in price, right? Can actually try to make all-time highs in the long term. Okay. So no higher than what? 0.074 is where we'll go ahead and take the ultimate TP price. Okay, remember writing this down so you all can see. Okay, so that's about 13% right there. So this is the long-term purview as to what we're expecting the market and trying to do. Okay, from the long term. Now daily, yeah, we can see the market and Tron come back down towards 6 cents, even towards our ascending line, but that won't make us fret. That won't make us scared because we know that the trend is still intact. Okay, so that's it. Out of the 3 cryptocurrencies, yes, all 3 cryptocurrencies, I'm telling you right now, is exhibiting strength. But for Wanchain and Reef, we're expecting them to go higher in price, but to play it in the long term, the market is giving us more weakness. Now in Tron's case, it is the strongest out of the 3. The strength is still being seen. And in the long term, this one has a bigger probability of going higher in price. King David writes, I think that Tron can go up to its all-time high at 30 cents. What exchange was that on? Because on Bitfinex, it's only showing that the market went as high as 10 cents. And you must be talking about in the extreme long term, what, 3 years, 5 years? Do you see the market in Tron going to 30 cents? So this is it. So we had El Producto wanting us to look at, let me look at the chat, BITK.V. Yeah, El Producto, I don't see that coming in. Do you know, is that the actual ticker symbol? Let me look at the word. Okay, there it is right there. So for the over-the-counter in the United States, the ticker symbol is BIDCF. All right, so let's take a look at that real quick. Then I'll let you all go because I know you all have busy lives. All right, so this is it. So this particular stock is trading at what, 95 cents? So real quick, let's look at it. I want you all to tell me, what do you all think? Where are we going to go? Just looking at the chart, bear, completely naked. Where do you all think Blockchain K2 Corp is going to go? Oh, no problem, King David. May have. I mean, it just might have been on a different exchange, but Bitfinex is just showing that it went as high as 10 cents. You know, because I know that Cardano on Binance Exchange is not showing that it went to all-time highs of around $1.30. I think it went maybe like $1.10 on Binance Exchange, but it's totally different in other markets. So now, what do you all think about blockchain? This is the last one we're going to look at. Okay, because El Producto, he is an artisan member, and he wants us to take a quick look at blockchain K2. I want you all help. Cisco has that it's going to go higher in price. J Constant $1.50. All right, okay, that's a good area. J Constant $1.50 is a very good area to see. So let me help you. Let me show you right now. That's a very good area to pay attention to. Anyone else? What all do you all see in the market in this particular stock? All right, so we got that. J Constant has about $1.50. That is restriction. How do we know? Well, we've already been there before. You know, the trap has already been there and it got rejected. Here, then again here. So yeah, $1.50 is important. Okay. Next, are we seeing the market in Blockchain Corp being an uptrend, or are we in a downtrend? Let me zoom in. I want you all to give me the answer. What do you think? Okay. Tell me, what do you think? Are we still in an uptrend in Blockchain K2? I want you all to look at this. I'm going to show you what happened right there. And then look at what happened on the last trading day on March the 26th. So what do you think the overall sentiment is in blockchain K2? Are we feeling strong or are we feeling weak right now in blockchain K2? El Conductor writes he jumped in blindly on this one. NFT hype, 1,000 shares at $1.10. Oh, okay. And that is right here above the ascended line, right? So that is in this vicinity. Look at where price is now, around 95 cents. Okay. So the market has broken the trend. Okay. We are seeing the market in blockchain K2 breaking the trend. So that's the first thing we need to realize, is that the trend is broken in this market. Now, there's not a lot of price history. You guys can see how rigid and jagged this particular market is. The reason is because there's not a lot of people involved in the market. Okay. Jay Constant writes, it broke down out of the upward trend line. So bearish, you're right. It not necessarily we're going to say bearish, but the trend is not high right now. Okay. So it leaves us with two other options. Either we're going to trade within a trading channel, or like you said, we're going to go lower in price. Those are the two options that's on the table right now. But I wanted to show you all that when you see charts like this, okay, let me circle this for you. When you see charts like this on where trades occurred and you see how ragged and rigid it looks, that is because it's not efficient, right? All right, Cisco, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you again on the next one, okay? Have a good one. So take a look at that right here. Look how rigid it is. It's jagged. There's no consistency. It doesn't flow. That is because the trap really wasn't involved. See, the one you see on the bottom left side of my screen, it is his job to eliminate that. To eliminate what El Producto writes, chop, chop. Like, you need to see how efficient the market has to be. So look at this back in 2013, 2012, 2014 versus now. Look at this one now. Look at how orderly, how efficient the market looks. Exactly. El Producto's no participation going on back in 2011 to 2014. Like, this wasn't on anyone's radar. Like, the trap couldn't create a very efficient market. Now, this is what right here from 2012 to 2014 is what the market would look like without the trap. Okay, without the coordinator who coordinates these deals between the buyers and the sellers. Without him, this is what our market will look like, and nobody would have an idea as to where price is going to go. Would nobody be participating in the stock market in cryptocurrencies if the market looked like this? Because you can't read it. You can't distinguish where the market is going to go based off of a couple of lines from $8 down here to $5. Like, you have nowhere to bring people together. So remember that. Okay. All right. So let's do a prediction real quick, and I'll let you all go. I know y'all have busy lives. So real quick, we broke the trend. Okay. So we're not expecting the market in blockchain K2 to go higher in price. Not right now. Let's look at this on the 2-day time frame. We are seeing support though. Okay. Coming in right here. Now, it has to stay above 85 cents, right? In order for us to really see this market at least try to come back up to $1 or $1.10. Okay. So this is our area of focus right here. Okay. So look at this on the 3-day. 3-day time frame kind of shows us that we still have some weakness here. All right, we're not out the woods yet. So if anything, what I'm expecting the market in blockchain K2 to do is trade within this channel. Okay, now there's a lot of volatility. The interest is definitely coming through into the market in blockchain K2, but we're still seeing weakness. All right, so let us break this down on an hourly time frame, and let's see if we can actually reclaim some strength and movement higher in price. This is the 9-hour time frame, and generally the market here is still getting us weakness. So I don't think the weakness is out the way yet. Okay, I really won't see the market strength come in until we hit like El Producto Rice. He got in around $1.10, maybe to around $1.20. Okay. Take a look at this too. So yeah, El Producto. What I'm seeing on this downtrend line is that the market in blockchain K2 can come up to $1, maybe $1.10, and that is where we'll see more weakness. Okay. So let's play this downtrend. All right. So yeah, we can see the market in blockchain K2 come up to around $1.05, $1.10. But that's probably about how high I would be expecting the market to go. I mean, we got a strong restriction area at $1.02. So let's do this. We're going to play the weakness here into the market. Okay, $1.10 is going to be restriction. Obviously, 90 cents back down to our support area would be our TP price is around $9.80. No lower than 80 cents here. Okay. Exactly, El Producto, the composite operator. Who have you been reading? Because by you writing composite operator, I know that you have an idea as to how the market actually operates. What's going on, Phyllis C? Good evening. Where are you watching this live stream at? All right, so this is how we're going to play the market in blockchain K2. We're going to play the weakness here. I really won't see the bullishness until market price breaks above $1.10. And even in that case, the market is pretty much just going to trade sideways because the overall trend is broken. All right. So let me show you all that here. Okay. There you go. Trading in the zone. Yep. Scott Carney, Jesse Livermore, Richard Ney, all of those individuals really understood how the market worked. Felix C is watching a live stream from Greece. Well, welcome. You know, sorry, but you came towards the end of the live stream. Yep, Mark Douglas. Well, I think it's Jesse Sizemore. So everyone who's in the chat or who's watching this live stream, check out these individuals here. These are, let's go ahead and Google these names. The one that El Producto writes, these individuals right here understand the name of the game in the stock market, even in cryptocurrencies, or just looking at charts in general. Like, these are individuals who, were in the market back in the early 1900s, mid 1900s for the stock market, right? Look up these names and they actually would tell you what the market is going on. So I just went ahead and put in a chat right there. No problem, Wanchain. That's what we're here for. We're here to collaborate and make sure everyone realizes how the market actually works. Thanks, Philip C. So look at those names right there. Whenever you got some free time, these individuals have written books about the stock market, because the cryptocurrency market wasn't available during their time, but it still works the same. Look at them. If you have opportunity, look them up. If you could get the PDF form of their books, cool. But take a look and see how the market really works. Because what I've shown you right here, all the way back in 2012 to 2014, this is what the market will look like without the composite operator or the market specialist. All right, so that's it. This is what we have for today. Thank you all for taking out the opportunity out to listen, to collaborate with us on the charts that we did take a look at. Now, before I go, again, if you're interested in seeing any other stocks, cryptocurrencies, whatever we do not really cover much, again, join us, become an Artisan Perk member. And then from that point on, we can take the opportunity out to look at some other stock charts or cryptocurrency chart that you may be interested in. All right. So I didn't want to take too much of your time. We've already been on for about an hour and 13 minutes. Pretty much, this is what we're seeing so far for the 5 stocks, cryptocurrencies together. And that's it. As always, like I say, make sure you maintain that profitability, trade different, and make sure you predict, profit, and win. I'll see you all on the next one, okay?